Hey guys, welcome back. So this is part 3 of 4 videos where I have no narration, so I have to go back and add it later. If you watch the other ones, I already explained the situation, but I screwed up basically. My mic was turned off. I have a headset mic thing, and there's a little button that can actually disable the mic, and I must accidentally hit it, probably when I was just picking it up. So there's no sound. Um, so it looks like what I'm doing here is showing you Arabia, because Arabia is going to be a huge problem in this game. At this point, they're probably already 15 technologies ahead. He has some really good cities, some really big cities, and he actually just upgraded to muskets and cannons. So he has the same military techs as me and 15 more techs. So he's probably pretty close to plastics, replaceable parts in plastics. So it's not going to be fun going after him later. Um, Right now, as you can see, I'm still getting industrialization and then rifling, so I might be able to get some rifles. But if he's already at Great War Infantry, I might still be able to pull it off. But if he gets to regular infantry, which is really quick, it's like the next technology after Great War Infantry, which is kind of stupid, I think. But he can easily get real infantry, and then I really can't do anything until I get infantry myself or tanks. And then also he'll be close to flight. So I think that's probably what I'm talking about now. I'm not sure what I was doing here. It looks like I haven't done anything so far in this video. So, point taken. Um, okay, so Russia's coming to me and saying we had that agreement, 10 turns, we're going to go to war, and it's time to declare war. This is on Assyria, not Arabia. Um, there's some question about whether I should go to Arabia right now and try to take them, but I figured I might as well use this advantage to go after Assyria. My Diplo should still remain pretty good because people don't like Napoleon, they don't like Ashurbanipal, so they don't mind if I take their cities. So I figure one more uh, low, easy to take city, or not easy to take, but at least in the sense that I won't piss off the entire world. I should go ahead and take Assyria real fast. But I'm going to obviously have to deal with Arabia later, and hopefully he doesn't pull even further ahead. Because right now it's not like I'm going to gain on him at any point in time. I'm not even getting scientific theory. That's my 8th technology. So I'm getting industrialization next, and I think I just used my great scientist. I think I missed it, but I used a great scientist to get industrialization quicker because I want to try to get factories up before too many people select ideologies, so I can get the free tenants from autocracy. I know for sure I'm going to go autocracy. It gels so well with what I'm doing here. I want to be able to buy units for cheap, so and I'm going to be taking a lot of cities, hopefully. So there's a lot of happiness policies for that. So I'm checking out Assyria, and it looks like there's no one there, right? He's not really suspecting this attack. I'm not sure. I guess he thought I was a good guy. So he had no units over here. He had been at war with France, so maybe his units were just kind of up there. So right now, I'm actually going to push in because I don't see any resistance. If I can take that city, there's a river there, so I should have a good defensive ground. There's no hills or anything like that, but there is a forest and the river, so it's better than nothing. So now it's just a matter of getting my units positioned, and it takes me a little longer than it probably should. Um, but I'll get quicker at it the more domination I play. It's been a while since I've done domination, and I'm really putting a lot of time and thought into this game as opposed to other games I've done. The peaceful ones I can just show up and play and everything will be fine usually. One like this, I'm actually finding myself thinking about the game even when I'm not playing it. I'm like thinking, should I go Arabia now? Should I go Assyria? Should I ask other people? No one wants to talk to me. No one's no one's responding to me. No one wants to analyze my game, so I'm kind of screwed here. Um, I feel like this is the best thing to do though. Take out Assyria now. I'll weaken him a bit. He won't be as prone to backstab me later. Maybe he will be, but I don't think he will. Like, I think France would have been declaring war every like 30 turns if I didn't go wipe him out, pretty much. So I'm hoping the same thing will happen to Syria, and then I can go after Arabia and Austria. And after that, I'm gonna have to get a little creative for those last 3 capitals. Russia's not too far off, um, but Byzantium is a little out of the way. I don't expect a big threat from her, but Netherlands is actually over there too, and he's building up quite an army. He's getting a little aggressive, so that's probably going to be the grand finale is going to be trying to beat Netherlands if we get that far. As of now, I am one more episode recorded, and I haven't done anything past that, so I'm just kind of everything went to a halt here as I'm going back and recording the narration on all these videos that lost their audio. And I think you missed it, but Arabia has a research agreement popping in about 4 turns, so hopefully we get industrialization close to that. It does suck because it's not easy for me to follow along what I'm actually doing and what I wanted to talk about when I made the video. Um, so there's some information lost here, but it's better than just putting it up silent. I don't think it would be too fun to follow along. Oh no, it could be a distraction too. Maybe it would be better just to actually watch what I'm doing. So I have a spy. I'm putting it in Constantinople. Any civ is fine to put a spy in right now because I'm so far behind in technology. I'm pretty sure I'll have free techs anywhere. I think I'm like 6 or 7 techs behind everybody, and I'm a good 15 behind Arabia. So it's gonna be a little tough. Haroon is gonna be tough. Okay, so there's a cool thing here. I'm looking at lance decks right now, and since they're pre-gunpowder, they actually get all those buffalo chest promotions and things like that, so they can get extra movement and all these flanking bonuses. And if you upgrade it, it turns into a lancer. And I don't know if I have the technology for it yet, but when I do, that means my lancer keeps that extra movement, so they can actually move 5 tiles. And I think they don't lose the movement point for pillaging, so I can actually, I think that's either a promotion or it's something that lancers can do. I don't remember, but I can actually move and pillage 5 times with one lancer in one game. So at some point, when I go to war and I really want to cripple someone, like Arabia, I'm probably just going to get a couple lancers and just run them through the territory. I want to keep some tiles so I can actually repair my units as I'm going to battle and stuff like that, but it can be a huge distraction and a huge mess to just send them off. Even if I lose them, it's only 160 to buy them with these policies and probably, I don't know, maybe 100 more to upgrade. So that's pretty cheap, and we're going to pillage, so we're actually going to get some of that gold back, and we're really going to screw up their empire. So I'm looking forward to pulling that one off. I'm going to probably keep some of my horses. Yeah, so she's not taking my deal here. We were best friends this entire game, so I don't understand. It should be a fair trade. It's 240 for salt, or 1 gold per turn and 207, or 2 gold per turn and 174, and that's exactly what I just offered, but she didn't want it. So that was odd. He's getting kind of aggressive there, William. So yeah, we're sieging the city. I have my cannons in position, and I have those logistics crossbows, logistics and range, so that's pretty awesome. And I want to use Oxford. I was going to try to use it for industrialization, but I think I want to delay. Something happens. What happens? Oh, I think, yeah, I think I have to end up delaying it and trying to take another tech with it. Generally, I always use Oxford for radio to get into the modern era, but I'm not in position this game when I'm this slow in technologies. I need to get to my tenants quicker for picking an ideology. And I'm actually trading straight up for luxuries to get a little bit more happiness because I'm starting to struggle. And I should probably be doing a better job of getting my happiness up before these big long wars, so I don't go negative. But it doesn't really matter. I don't have rationalism, so I'm not losing any bonus for science. And this city is falling quick. Those crossbows and those cannons. I really needed 2 cannons and 2 logistics range crossbows to take it. It's a strength 40 city, but the rest of his are going to be like 60s or 70s, and it makes a huge difference. You'll probably see that pretty soon. So right now I'm basically pushing in, still nothing. We finally see a musket over there. MPs versus musket are alright, it's the riflemen that we really have to worry about. So I'm just basically protecting all my range units here. I'm getting my MPs, my throwaway units out front, take some damage, things like that. And I guess I can't figure out where to put this, where to get these units placed. Yeah, the musket man is kind of stuck on the other side of the river. So I still have a couple range crossbows that don't have, sorry, logistics crossbows that don't have range yet, so we need to take care of that. And Austria is coming down with the big army. She wants to get in on this action. She also asked to go to war with Assyria in 10 turns, so she's actually getting in position for that. But since I declared war already, I think she won't actually, the agreement is broken and nobody gets a diplo hit from it, so I guess that's okay. But I think Austria still wants in on that action. And now she wants a fair trade, so that didn't really make sense why she didn't do it before. And I think I'm afraid of trading away my last resource. You can't always trust that screen we were just looking at. And there, Maria Theresa just declared war on him also. So me, Catherine, and Maria Theresa are all at war. And taking his cities, none of them are going to mind since they're also at war with me. Arabia might mind, and Netherlands probably doesn't give a shit. Constantinople might mind. So yeah, the cannons, that city fell in 2 turns pretty much. That was pretty simple, but he obviously has a lot of units he's bringing over that we have to fight off. Yeah, the rifle below the city is actually concerning. Um, his technology is actually doing pretty well. I think he's like third in technology. So, given the fact that he was at war a lot and stuff like that, he actually held his stuff together pretty well. Okay, so I took the city, and the decision is, do I want to raise it or make a puppet out of it? And it looks like I'm struggling to make that decision. And I make the puppet, so I want to keep that city. That is weird. Why did I make a puppet out of that? I should probably raise that city. And okay, it looks like I'm going to raise it after all. Annex it. Do it. Nope. What? Maybe I'm keeping it a couple turns to kind of have a nice. It's still going to take a while to raise, so whatever. And yeah, we got to get rid of some of these gunpowder units. So I shoot that guy. And I think I remember this. I think I thought I killed him here, but I really didn't. So he's actually still alive. And I couldn't do it with one of the MP. And now I probably just focus my attention on something else. So this is the road system I had built earlier. It's nice to see that he actually he used all those roads himself. He made a little city there. And my stupid roads. But yeah, killing muskets, things like that, are great for gold. Just watch every time I kill one. Like, what is that, 24 gold? That's awesome. And when we get into infantry, stuff like that, you're just making bank. And units are not that expensive once you have the autocracy policy, and we already have the policy and commerce for cheaper gold purchases. And if we can also get Big Ben, which Arabia built, they're real cheap to buy units. So we can really just spam out units. And when you have a city that has armory, military academy, um, all those things, even Brandenburg Gate or anything that can give it more experience, heroic epic, you can get some really promoted units out real fast, and it's really good for what the deity AIs do, which is spam so many units. You can also spam units, and you're a little bit smarter with them than the AI will be, or hopefully a lot smarter. So I killed a couple of them. He still has a rifle in the forest, or a musket in the forest, but it doesn't really look like he's gonna be able to do anything with it. Um, there's a cannon there, and there's a rifle below the city. So I definitely screwed that up, right? Because that rifle can heal instantly and attack the city probably. So I should have used one of those range units to kill it. And I think I started shooting the guys to the north too early. So this was one of the stupid mistakes I made. Yeah, I'm looking for another unit to get over there, but I have nothing. So I decided to put the worker over there, probably, as bait. Hoping that the rifle goes after the worker or something. It's a trick that worked pretty well most of this game, but I don't think it's going to work too well here. And I have my trade routes to Arabia, and I decided to start switching them to other civs. I go to France, which I don't know. I mean, I know for sure I'm going to go to war with Arabia, and France is probably going to declare war again at some point, so I don't know if that's the best thing to do. But we did cripple him quite a bit, so hopefully he doesn't. And we still have friendship with Catherine. Will I take her out in 50 turns is the real question. Probably not. I still have Arabia, which is going to be a long one. And then probably Austria makes the most sense after that. Okay, so I lost the city there. That was a screw up. So that rifle ended up taking it. He probably healed instantly and moved in. And someone right there or got an ideology. I didn't realize it when I'm playing it, but I'm pretty sure that's Netherlands, and he's taking autocracy, which is what we wanted. We wanted two free tenants. So I waited too long for autocracy, basically, and it screwed me over. And yeah, we take the city back, and at this point we say fuck it. It's already have no population left. Let's just raise it. It was okay. I think it was a city we probably wanted to raise anyway. And we actually have control of these roads, which lets us go north of that river while it's still on a road. And that can help tactically, so I can move these guys real far up there and kind of surround some of his units. Though that crossbow is not on the road, so that's a little bit bad. Yeah, so it's just a lot of thinking about the best moves to make. It can be a little bit on the slow side, but YouTube kind of has this analytics feature which lets you see how many people are viewing and viewer retention and things like that. It's just, high level. You have this many viewers. This is the average amount of time that videos are watched. And actually, these honor games that I'm doing people seem to be into them a little bit more than my peaceful games, which is surprising. So people are watching them a little bit longer, more views, things like that. So people seem to like these games. So maybe this is actually pretty interesting, these wars, more than I would think. I think it's a little slow, but I guess other people have no problem with it. So that's good. Um, and I'm always down for feedback. If anybody wants to tell me, like, we'd like to see this kind of game, I said it on Civ Fanatics. I think I post about it in YouTube or say it on my videos. Please, tell me what you'd like to see. I'm down to try anything. I'm not the best at everything. I'm obviously not great at domination. I've never done culture before. I tried to do it in the France game, but it screwed me over. Um, but I'm willing to try these things. I'm willing to put some time in when I'm not filming to actually figure out the best strategy to use them. So there's already been some other ideas thrown out there on what I do. And I have some ideas myself that I would like to try. But for now, we want to win an honor game. If I don't win this game, I'm probably going to take a little break from honor, um, because I don't want to do three in a row. But hopefully we can win the game. I really don't know at this point if I'm going to win or not. It looks like it's going to be a big uphill battle, but we're not too far from most of the techs that we need to actually win domination. It's going to be a slow victory if we do get one, probably over turn 300 or over turn 320 or 350. So, okay, there's a lot of units there. So he isn't like a pushover at this point. And as you can see, there's a frigate in that city, and those fucking things really piss me off later. We're gonna see that firsthand, but he has a bunch of frigates over there. And it reminds me that when we go to Arabia, we're gonna have the frigate situation. Okay, I'm buying lance necks, and I'm also building muskets, which is kind of a mistake, because Impy upgrade to rifles directly, and they keep their Buffalo chest promotions, or they get the promotions in the first place. Muskets don't get those promotions; they get regular promotions. It's not that big of a deal, to be honest with you. Um, they they weren't doing that well, but maybe with rifles they'd be a little bit stronger because they were a little outdated most of this game. And I'm buying these lance necks, and eventually I can use them for lancers, but right now I'm not even thinking that far. I just need more units there to kind of surround his, get flanking bonuses, sacrifices, that kind of stuff. And 160 gold for a sacrifice is actually worth it. We're killing multiple units per turn, so we're almost making up for all of that. And actually being able to advance the army is more important. So I'm getting some lance sticks out. I should be buying them for my city with most of the barracks and stuff in the heroic epic, which is my capital. And I think I kind of screwed that up a bit, but that's what I want to be doing. And actually, reviewing the comments, I know Doc Sardo was saying I should have a medic unit like a horseman or something like that, and I absolutely should have. I should have had a unit that went down the medic line to let these guys heal faster. There's multiple times this game I'm waiting for units to heal, and I don't know why I didn't do that. I usually do it, and I just kind of, I don't know, I just overlooked it. So thanks, Doc, for the feedback. It's always appreciated. He's actually really active on YouTube, commenting on videos and things like that, and he gives great advice. So it's wonderful to hear that. More land snacks. So I bought like probably three or four of them at this point, right? I see two on the map, and okay, I guess maybe just three. Yeah, there's one to where the city used to be, one north, and one I just bought. So I don't even think any of them survived this battle, but they're huge. They're really important to actually pillage and block tiles and just do some damage here and there. Um, we'll see it firsthand. So we're moving those cannons. I'm going to go after the capital, which is to the south of where I am looking at now. Well, I guess it's to the west of where I'm looking at now. But we want to kind of widen out and take out a lot of his units and cripple him. But we don't want to go within 2 tiles of that other city because then we take damage. And it's not necessary. So, still trying to kill that musket. But he's going to lose a lot of units. So lance neck. So this is where we had this guy. So we get the flanking bonus here because we have a lance neck up there. So that's good. And when we have buffalo chest, it means a lot. So actually just getting some units just to stand there, even if they stay full health or end up getting killed, they can help all the other melee units that have to fight get a little bit stronger. And I think right there I took someone out that with using flanking, right? Or I got a flanking bonus on it. And I think we also get discipline for melee units too, since we went on honor. So having a lot of melee units hanging out together can be kind of good. Range units are still better, but if you're going to have melee units, you might as well have enough that you get these extra bonuses. So look at all those green bonuses on the left. I think I get flanking. I think I get discipline. So that's good. And the Impy are, they're hurt again. They're kind of weak on this part. So these lance necks were important, just meat shield filler type units. Um, I have no problem building lance necks and even upgrading them to lancers. I know people say lancers aren't that good, but there's so many units that aren't good. Lancers are at least quick, so they can move more and they can pillage a lot, so I'm totally fine with that. I don't care if they die. My melee units are usually going to die anyway. It's the range units you need to really value. You need to keep them, the promoted ones, you need to keep them safe. So I'm going to probably have to make sacrifices with other units. And lance necks are cheap. They're definitely worth it. And a couple sacrifices here and there can make a huge help. You can't keep everyone safe. Maybe you can if you're really outnumbering them, but if you do that a lot of times, it takes too long to actually push in. So if I'm just trying to keep people safe, I would have probably been healing up behind this river still and not pushing in on this capital. And at some point, they might just sit back and play defense, so it's going to be tough. So we got to push a little bit. And the capital, it does have ironworks now. We're not quite able to get factories yet. We still need industrialization. When we do get factories, we can upgrade all those crossbows, but the problem is I'm not in friendly territory anymore. So that's why keeping that city might have been good, which is maybe why I try to keep it in the first place. And Austria's army is now coming over here to join the fray. But I think I don't know whether it was tactical or not, she definitely did a very good job of not actually contributing. So she's technically there, but not really doing anything. Maybe she doesn't want to lose any units either. It's exactly the problem we're talking about. And she still has crossbows. Crossbows and knights. It's not. Oh, she has her hussars. And okay, she has a mixture of stuff. I guess she didn't have the money to upgrade everything. Okay, so we decide no more open borders for him. And now she'll take the salt, but I guess why am I not selling it? I'm not even sure why I'm not selling it. Oh, I think I'm worried that it's... Yeah, and that was my last salt, so I couldn't do it. Yeah. Okay, so I take cover of my Minutemen, and I lost one of the lance necks, but um, it's fine. We're going to be able to kill probably 2 rifles this turn. And being able to push forward with that lance neck was the reason for that. So basically trading a lance neck for 2 rifles, I'm definitely fine with that. Ideally, you don't want to lose units, but these are 2, Napoleon and Assyria, they're strong civs. You can't really just mess around with them. You have to push in. So we have another crossbow, but for some reason it doesn't let me shoot this guy. I guess technically that forest was blocking, and you can see how pissed off I'm getting. I'm just putting my cursor back and forth because I wanted to shoot him twice. But I was able to do it from there, so it didn't really matter. But it's a little stupid. I think you should be able to shoot from that tile. It's diagonal enough, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it makes sense. And there's the lance neck again, getting 34 gold for us. So that's already like 1/5. 1/5 of what he was worth. A little bit more. And yeah, we're actually using them on the front lines. And these melee units. Yeah, I can't move to the hill I want to move to there because I'll be in city bombardment range. So it's amazing how quickly you run out of space in this. So you really need to take advantage of the tiles you do get, make sure strong units are there, and also keep them safe. Yeah, so it looks like I'm just trying to find ways to position my units. That cannon's really far away, he's not really in the battle. It's going to be hard to set him up. I also need to get across that river. The caravan, what do we decide to do here? Oh, this is my food one, so yeah, we need to keep doing that. My capital did not grow enough early, and I kind of got stuck in that thing where we needed culture and education, so I had to work the specialists, but it's not big enough to keep growing consistently, so it kind of just became a shitty capital. So that was probably one of my bigger mistakes of the game. I should have just kept sacrificing culture, or maybe even science, to get that capital growing a little bit more. Not permanently, but at least for a little while. Could have got it over the hump. The hunch. I think I meant to say the hump. Yeah, it's something you have to worry about a little bit. If you start working specialists, your city still needs to be able to grow in like 4 to 6 turns. Maybe not in a domination game like this, but if you're going tradition, absolutely. You still want the city to be able to grow. So you may cripple it a bit by working too much stuff early. Sometimes it's fine if it's the universities and you need to get them up, but if that is the case, that's going to be like 10 turns to grow, you probably want to start using some internal trade routes. Or you should probably always be using internal trade routes anyway for a peaceful tradition game. I'm using external ones here because I need that science. And the gold plays in well too with, I don't have a lot of production, so buying stuff is helpful. And I went down commerce, so I'm getting a lot of gold. My economy is definitely doing well. I'm making good money already. I'm already making bank, and then when you add in all these units I'm killing, I'm probably getting like close to over 100 gold per turn at this point in the game. So that is definitely good. And it's only going to get bigger as we have more powerful units to kill. So yeah, I'm looking to put that cannon somewhere. And we got range with another crossbow, so that's good. He's still out of range, but when we move this cannon, we can get him much closer. Actually, I should have moved him to the directly to the west and shifted all the cannons down into the left, and that would have allowed my crossbow to shoot that crossbow next turn. But I screwed that up a bit. Even trying to play more methodical and slowly, I still make a lot of mistakes when doing a let's play. I don't think I make these mistakes if I'm actually just sitting back playing. Um, it is a big difference when you're talking and all that stuff. Um, you can tell. I mean, there's some people that are really good at still playing the game while they're making let's plays, but their comments kind of, they kind of start mumbling to themselves. They start playing. So we try to want to be a little bit coherent and still slightly, saying some educational stuff, maybe a little bit entertaining. It's hard to balance all those things. Until you do it, it's hard to actually appreciate. So it was a big learning experience. I'm not sure. Like, I think I'm still gonna change very, very radically from how I actually the things I say and the way I present my information now, and maybe 5 let's plays from now, it could be a radical difference. I think it takes a while to really get the rhythm down. Um, at first, it was really difficult for me to even just continue to talk. I would just run out of things to say. It felt like, and now it feels like I can't shut up. So it's a big learning experience. Okay, so I have more lance necks over there. Um, I have a couple units in city bombardment range, including that musket. So I probably want to put some lance necks or weaken them to try to get the city to bombard those guys. And I think that's what I'm doing here. I probably want both these lance necks to be a little bit on the weaker side, and we can actually kill that guy and pillage next turn. So we're pushing in. We're hoping that he targets all these weak units I'm throwing over there, and my good strong units in the back line can take shots at the city and eventually take the city. That's the plan. That would be the overall game plan here. But who knows? Not my plans don't always go too well. My plans are not the best plans. But that's the thought process. And these frigates are a bitch over here. There's 3 of them right there in that little bay. And frigates are quite strong. And I'm a little worried when we go after Arabia because he also has the coastal city. So he could have battleships over there, which is shooting 3 tiles and it will be hell. So I have to maybe worry about that. We're going to need to have strong units. Um, I don't really have many other targets left. I guess I could march all the way up to Austria right now after I do Assyria. I didn't actually think about that until I'm thinking about it now. That might be a little bit smarter, and then I could save some more time before I get to tanks. Or I could just build up my empire and wait for tanks and then go ahead and do the march in. Okay, I lost another lance neck, it looks like. That's fine. We kind of knew that. But I'm a little soft on units right now. I have a ton of gold. I should have bought a lot more lance necks. I should probably have like 5 more right now. Um, I kind of got them as I need them, and didn't work too well. So those frigates in the bay, I should do a better job of keeping my cannons away from them. Like I shouldn't be going anywhere too. I should be staying. I guess there's only a couple spots I can shoot from, right? I can shoot from. Yeah, I guess I gotta put them at the marble, and then on the other side of the river, there's only a couple spots where the frigates wouldn't be able to shoot me back, so it is pretty tough. But I do put my cannons in danger, and that's not my finest moment. So yeah, it looks like I'm bringing in more of those lance decks. They can move 3 tiles because of the buffalo chest promotions, which is awesome. So I'm able to really quickly replace the units. And when I have a lot of units kind of packed together like this, it's nice being able to get them on one side of the army to the front lines. That actually really made a difference. And I have some regular impy left too. Oh, this is my crap impy, the not real impy, the spearman, spearman that got upgraded. Um, yeah, that sucks. So if I had more impy, real impy, I could upgrade them to rifles and keep all those awesome promotions. But I kind of forgot about it, and that's why I'm building some muskets and things like that. The idea was the muskets can just take the damage from the cities better than the impy can because they have a higher combat strength. And I can get them cover, but I kind of screwed that up. It's pre-gunpowder units only get those buffalo chest things. So you need to start pre-gunpowder and then you can upgrade it and keep the promotions. Okay, so I'm doing some damage to the city now. I took a couple shots at that crossbow, but as you can see, not a lot of damage. That city strength, I can't read it right now when I do the narration. Windows Live Movie Maker doesn't, it's a little blurry. I can't really see what the combat strength is, but I think the other one was a 40, and like 2 crossbows and 2 cannons almost took the entire health down. This is obviously going to take multiple turns with everybody firing. And yeah, there are some frigates over there. I should have maybe focused on trying to kill those frigates, to be honest with you. But it's tough to kill those things. If I'd put a crossbow down there and the 2 cannons and shoot those frigates out, I think that would have been a big help. Yeah, I think I realize I'm light on units right now, so it's time to buy more lance decks. And I seem to not be smart enough to realize I need to move that impy out of the city. Okay, there we go. I figured it out. And then I didn't buy one? What am I doing? Buy one. That's why you moved them out of the city. Yeah, there you go. Buy a lance deck. And buffalo chest. And probably buy 2 right now. Yeah, buy another one. Ah, come on, dude. Buy another one. What are you thinking? Those things have been so helpful. Why would I not buy 2? Idiot. And it's already past the time it should have. I'm already over 30 minutes, so I think I forget again. In the middle of these wars, it's kind of hard to make a cut. It doesn't even occur to a person. Okay, so he has a lot of rifles there. This is not looking great, right? This is looking pretty bad. And they killed, I think, 2 lance decks that turn. Or just 1. Or maybe a lance deck and an MP. That's fine. But we need to do something about those rifles. Yeah, so I'm basically... Yeah, these guys can't shoot the city yet, but they can actually shoot the rifles, so that's good. But it takes a while to kill these guys. They're very strong. But 34 gold, that is awesome. That's the honor finisher coming through. So we killed both of them with the range units. And we actually want to probably pillage here. Yeah, keep this guy alive. And keep doing some damage to the city. I'm not sure I needed to shoot that rifle. I could have probably left him there and shot the city. He's zona controlled, so he can't really attack anything other than the musket on the hill, which I'm okay with. That's not a big combat difference. Rifles are definitely stronger than muskets, but he's not gonna kill it straight up. No way. And I'm losing my voice a bit. Recording these, I talk a lot more, and I kind of overdo it, I guess. Maybe I should just shut up and enjoy the battle. Yeah, so I can't move onto that hill, which makes it a little bit difficult. If I move on that hill, the other city can actually bombard. So I'm basically just taking those tiles so he can't move his units there, and he has something else to bombard while I keep my cannons relatively safe. Though I do have a cannon right now that can get hit by 2 frigates. And I have a few cannons that aren't even able to shoot the city. Right now only 2 cannons can shoot the city. I should move that crossbowman off the marble and put my cannon there. Yeah, that where the Great General is. That would have been a smarter move. And I have another Landsnake coming over, so good thing I had built that road. My ancient road system came in handy. Yeah, and we lost some more Landsnakes, and this cannon got hit, so I decide to pillage and continue to shoot. This is a cannon that is very close to logistics. Actually, I think I'm going to get it next turn, probably. And this guy got range. So now I definitely should move him back. I should switch with that cannon, but I don't do it, huh? Stupid, stupid BruinBound. Okay, so I'm basically just, I know I'm going to lose a Landsnake, but it slows down him from taking those tiles, so it can help me keep my units in front of his city and keep distracting him while I bombard. But I'm not doing a lot of damage to his city right now. Okay, I'm actually moving in with my cannons. And I screwed up, I don't have any place for that guy. He's actually a pretty well promoted one. So that was stupid putting him there. I shouldn't have done that. I should have put him on the marble. I should have waited for that crossbow to leave. Oh yeah, and I decided to do a little bit of damage to that frigate. Yeah, and that city is not losing health very quickly. So this is a tough one. And we just got industrialization, I think. So I actually could have upgraded these guys, but I would have to go back to my own territory to upgrade. So it's pretty impossible to do that right now. My army would be killed if I did that. My crossbows are too important. I don't know what I'm doing with that musket. Don't do that. Okay, now he can get killed by two people, or he can get killed by the cannon in the city, so that was not smart. But hopefully he survives. He's on a hill, so I think he'll survive, but okay, so I decide to go for volley because I want to quickly try to take that city. If I'm really going to make sure I keep these cannons alive and upgrade them, artillery would be a better thing. But I think I go with volley just to make a quick impact here. Or sorry, did I say artillery would be? I meant logistics would be a better uh, promotion to get. Did I say that? I don't know. I'm about to rewatch it. I feel like I said something really stupid just a second. More stupid than I usually do. Um, and Landsnack, this was dumb also. I should have moved it to the very end of its movement when it's like 1/3 of a road or whatever away and then upgrade. I could have got him a lot closer. Now I have to upgrade him from there, and I also can't buy another Landsnack that turn. So that was a little bit silly. Yeah, so basically we're pushing Lancers up now. The Lancers are going to be helpful. They can move quickly so they can get over there real fast. So that's nice. But I should have actually brought him all the way to the city, the other city, and then upgraded right before he runs out of movement points. Okay, Lundy, what am I deciding to build? Oh, factories. I decided to just buy them straight up to try to get to the autocracy as quickly as possible. And I need to have. Oh, at this point, I don't realize I need to have 3 factories. So I'm looking for another city to get a factory, but none of them are actually annexed. So I need to annex a city at some point. But I think it's about to end here. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out how many factors I need for ideology. But we'll pick it up next time. Thanks, guys. See you later.